That one should have had the run.
Welcome to episode 4. Episode 4 of the breakdown. Things started out really slow, and things have picked up. I'm locked in some weeds or something.
Looks like it's still moving a little.
Anyways, I hope this fish frees itself. While I figure this out, I think I'll cut away to the bait. I did a little bait segment before I came out here the other day. Hopefully this fish works itself free, because this would really kind of make my session. But I'll cut away here to my bait session, or earlier clip, getting ready for this trip, and
You have a kerfluffle to sort out.
I got a fish that I don't want to touch in the net, and one that I might have lost. I don't know. Are we still there? Okay, I've been doing a bit of scrambling, trying to secure some ingredients for the 4th episode of the breakdown. In the previous episode, episode 3, I was talking about using like a high attract, low visibility ground bait, and it reminded me of a Fish with Carl video where they were going for the American Giant, and Brian Doherty, I may have pronounced that wrong, but he was out fishing with Carl, and their session was going pretty slow, and they decided to load in a bunch of bait. One of the items they put in was cattle cubes. I tried my best to source out some cattle cubes, but it wasn't going to happen in time for this session. I believe the cattle cubes have like molasses and a lot of different grain products, and they sink, and it's like a giant pellet, like almost like an oversized corn pellet that is a popular bait now. And this is just a larger version, a bit darker in color, and probably quite a bit cheaper. So I wasn't able to track that down. The closest thing I could find, the thing I liked about the pellets is that they would probably be able to be chucked out with a spoon and travel pretty far. And they'd store well and be able to be used right away. There was a lot of benefits to them, and that's why I was trying to track them down. The next closest thing I found was some chicken feed, chicken starter. It says it's made with all vegetable protein, so I think I'm safe as far as following the Ontario fishing regulations. I also picked up some molasses. So I'm going to try to boost the chicken feed with some molasses. I grabbed a little bit of cracked corn. I haven't really fished with that in a while. Just to give the fish a little something else to pick at. But I am going to also have some chickpeas, which are darker in color, and eventually over top of that I'm going to introduce some regular corn that I've prepared. The idea behind all of this is I really want to, I've seen a lot of videos from ONT Carpin, a bunch of Galen's videos, and a lot of the time you just kind of see the fish kind of just cruise through the frame with a lot of great food on the ground below them, and they really show zero interest. But when they do, so I want to try to help those fish kind of get their noses down. And the other thing I've noticed, and or at least speculate, is that it's almost a certainty, but the fish are really kind of visual feeders at certain points when there isn't like a huge feeding cloud in the water. But I think eventually, if I can get a few fish down, get their noses down, on the chicken starter and all the other things that aren't going to fill them up. Eventually, I think they'll, or maybe right away, they'll start searching out the larger particles, which will be the maize and my hook baits. And I like the idea of being able to like put in a fair amount of bait and have it not necessarily be detrimental to your catch rate, especially if this next session kind of pops up and I'm not able to get out and pre-bait. I'd feel a lot more confident if I could get a good patch of bait down in one area at least, that's highly attractive with whatever scents and stuff that fish can pick up, and maybe visually with a cloud or that kicks up. But when they do get there, when they are nosing around, not enough to fill them up, and then hopefully they'll kind of key in on the larger visual items when they do actively feed. So that's where I'm going with this episode 4. It's going to be a revisit. We're going back, just because we mentioned it in episode 3. We're talking about going back to the first swim where we shot the first episode. We felt that swim had a lot to offer, and we didn't really necessarily crack the code or maximize our catch rate out of that spot, and I think the majority of that was just the time of year. So this is early July. I'm going to say somewhere around the 8th of July. The last episode just went live, episode 3, and it was a great one to shoot. Hopefully future episodes we can kind of recreate that. We do have new venues picked out, but we want another crack at the first swim on the upper river. So I got my molasses, I got my chicken scratch, I got my maple peas, and I got my corn. So I just have to, I'm gonna probably make sure that the chicken feed doesn't float. If it does, I'll probably just soak it a bit. Get the molasses in there, and then cook up a small batch of the cracked corn, and hopefully I can get into a pile of fish. I've really been struggling for numbers, and I don't know if I've just been spoiled in the past, but I felt like it didn't take as much effort in the past to get onto multiple fish sessions. So hopefully with whatever time and effort I put into this session, hopefully I can put some numbers on the bank. Okay, we got the poultry feed here. It's not really pellets like I expected, but the cattle cubes were going to be much bigger particles. This is like a fine dust almost, so I'm going to have to pre-soak it in order to get it out there. I'll just have to figure out, just for curiosity's sake, if this stuff floats or not, but I'm definitely gonna soak it in the molasses here with some boiling water. Try to maybe make some method balls or something to get it out there. And there's nothing really highly visible about this, and that's kind of what I want. I want them to find food in an area and have them stay there and not really fill up, but then maybe eventually search out the larger particles. So I'm going to work on this, and then hopefully the next time I'll be on the water. Okay, I don't know how the audio is going to be. I'm kind of rushing a little bit. I got my chicken feed / maple pea / molasses / cracked corn / whole corn method balls put together. I put a marker float out like 72 feet out is where I'm gonna try to build my my bait patch. I just did 8 wraps with a 9-foot rod. So yeah, 72 feet out roughly. I tried to let the marker float come to the top to be a target for me to hit with these balls with the throwing stick, but the marker float has kind of because of the backdrift here, the marker float's getting pulled under the water. Anyways, so I was trying to be accurate, and now I got a few things working against me. This back current is pretty strong. I might try to recast the marker float and get these bait balls out. There's a couple of thunderstorms, or at least some bands of rain that are due to come through any minute now, so I'm gonna have to try to get the bait out before the rain hits these method balls and kind of breaks them apart on me. Okay, I leveled in a bucket of bait. I casted the marker float. I want to use this tower here as my target tomorrow. And then if I ever come back at night, at least I have something that's flashing that I can find to cast out to. The current is going this way, so I put my bait balls out in line with this top of the building here, and I was hoping it would drift in line with this. So I'm 72 feet out in line with this tower, and then I tossed my bait out in line with that top of that air conditioning unit or whatever it is, and then hopefully my guesstimation is that that'll be the sweet spot tomorrow. I put out a bucket of bait, and I was thinking it would be like, oh, that's going to be a lot of bait, and now that I'm sitting here in front of like all this water, and it's not a lot of bait. Like when you think about the expanse of water that we fish. So thankfully I have another bucket I'll probably put out first thing tomorrow. And then depending on how the fishing goes, then I might spot out and top up with some corn, as depending on how the bite goes. That's the plan. I thought I was gonna be worried about overfeeding, but now that I look at what I'm actually fishing, it's like it feels like nowhere near enough. But we'll see how it goes. And I'm not fishing the same area that I fished during the first breakdown. That area looks to have like really filled in with the weeds, so I found a clear patch out here that I got a good drop every time. So I just leveled the bait in there, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. I'm kind of rushing around like a fool. All the conditions are like spot on, and I've been severely distracted. I keep hearing fish crash exactly where I put the bait yesterday, which is kind of blowing my mind. I'm not gonna wrap up. I'm just gonna visually plop out the 3 rods and see if I can capitalize with a quick bite. I'll wait about 15 minutes or so. I'll make some method balls in the meantime, and then hopefully I can, if they are actually carp, which it definitely sounds like they are, then hopefully I can hold them there and get a multi-fish session on the way. My first one in a while. So I'm gonna put my rods together and get the lines out. Doesn't have as much smell to it as I thought it would.
For us, anyway, yeah.
Like the amount of molasses and stuff that's in here.
But who knows? Like that could dissipate in the water completely different, right? John O's been sending me video clips of his trip. I'm hoping afterwards.
Was he only going for a day?
Is it gross or is it just beat up?
I hope it's good.
I think it's just beat up. I don't think it's as gross as you think. Is it around your other line yet, or are you good?
I think it's good.
Oh, Jesus. Just to show that you're not going to touch it. What the
That's so nasty.
Well, you did catch, but
Does that count as a fish?
is that a breast implant or a balloon?
Oh.
It counts.
It's the right species.
Watch your rods there, Dave. Now you're in the other one. That one is still attached. I just put the bait runner back on. Because you're pulling on it here. It's still wrapped in the fish.
Up both ways?
No, that one's going. That one's going, Dave. Here. Double take here. Just grab the rod and I'll get that.
This one's better.
Okay. This one's out of there.
That's okay.
But it's tangled in the other line. That's the problem. I don't know. I'm trying to film you with this one. Double take.
Oh, this one's good.
I think that might be the one I saw, Dave. Okay.
This one's actually good.
I'm not filming very well. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
That one should have had the run.
welcome to episode 4. Episode 4 of the breakdown. Things started out really slow, and things have picked up. I'm locked in some weeds or something.
Looks like it's still moving a little.
Anyways, I hope this fish frees itself. While I figure this out, I think I'll cut away to the bait. I did a little bait segment before I came out here the other day. Hopefully this fish works itself free, because this would really kind of make my session. But I'll cut away here to my bait session, or the earlier clip, getting ready for this trip, and
You have a kerfluffle to sort out.
I got a fish that I don't want to touch in the net, and one that I might have lost. Are we still there?
Yeah, I think you're just gonna have to keep the steady pressure on him, pull him loose of whatever he's in.
Alright.
Because if there's a drop off out there, I don't know what to do with this. Do I have to push a button or anything?
Turn it off?
Or do you want to keep it going? If he's around like a rock at a drop off or something, you're just gonna have to keep steady pressure and pull him back through it.
This is terrible.
It's a good fish though.
Yeah. I think I might let him take line. This sucks, John.
Well, it's not over yet. What if you went that way a little bit and maybe pulled that way?
Plus,
It could be a big grass bed that he's wrapped up in. He might just need to be pulled out. You gonna sort this one out first?
I'll let that fish kind of hopefully pull itself free or work itself a different angle. This poor fella. Seen better days, and hopefully there'll be better days on the way for him. But that's about as much as I want to touch that fish.
Well, at least you can get those lines untangled.
I think that guy might be pulling. Oh my goodness. Fish 3 rods, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
It is fun, Dave.
I'm glad I've actually got the second net in case that went a little smoother. That is a decent fish though, and I would really like that fish to pull itself free.
I think there's a drop out there, and I think he's gone over a hump or around a grass bed. He's probably still on there.
Maybe if I unclip, would that help?
Yeah, there's more line coming off with the flow. I think you're gonna have to just start pulling on that one. Hopefully this footage turns out. I can't believe you got a double take.
If I get a run on this one, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna have with a hook in my hand.
That's kind of pulling more steady now.
This is carp fishing, eh? Well, I'm still going to keep everything secret from John, even though he's here. Being my camera guy.
Sorry, I came by for coffee and I just didn't leave. I was actually standing up to leave and the rod went. So, even though I guess technically I was, yeah, that fish is still there, Dave.
Alright, you can do what you want.
Yeah, I know I'm kind of ruining we don't know what's going on, but I'm kind of glad I'm here to help Dave out. My plan for this is completely different from what Dave's doing anyways. Sorry, Dave, I'm gonna have to help you here. You're definitely around something, but that fish is definitely still there. Well, you're gonna end up losing a lot of line if it keeps going. So, I don't mean to hijack your half of the episode, Dave, but I really want to see you get this fish in. You want to pass me that rig? As long as this fish is still on, you're going to need to handle it. He's angry.
Yeah.
The bait runner is going.
Still there.
I think you're going to need to move him yourself, Dave. I don't think he's going to get out on his own.
Why does it have to be a big fish? No, Free Willy. Okay, I'm gonna save my battery on this. I'm gonna cut this now. I'm gonna take a run down the shore and see if I can get a different angle on him. Okay, apologize if there's a bit of wind noise. Session's coming together. Little double take chaos. This fish isn't as big as I thought it was initially, but I'm still quite happy with it. Completely nailed in the bottom lip. The DT one went off there.
Tiger nut and corn.
DT tiger nut and corn went off, and the mainline pineapple went off, but nothing yet on the spotted fin, pineapple, and butyric. I was starting to question whether I should put out more bait or move one of my rods, because one of the big fish keeps surfacing just to the right a little bit. This guy is immaculate compared to the first one that I didn't even want to touch. But hopefully something's changed for the better here, because I've been sitting behind quiet rods for about 2 hours. So I might put out a couple more method balls, and then Hopefully I'll be into another fish soon. Send this guy on his way. Clarity in the water. That's why I was going with slightly different shades of yellow.
Can this one go under?
Yeah. The angle
I'm
be
not
off.
going to get the angle.
But like, no issue seeing that fish out. Like, oh, battery just died on that one there. Thanks, brother.
Okay, I got to go.
All right, have a good one.
All right, see you, brother.
As much as this session has been somewhat of a success, I guess. 2 fish, kind of quick succession. 9:30. So like 3 hours. 3 hours. I'd say I got a flurry of bites after 2.5 hours. I kind of anticipated kind of steadier action through the day. I'm happy that I caught. I was starting to doubt what I had done, but definitely better results than when I was here back at the end of October in episode 1. So the fact that I haven't blanked is obviously a plus. After seeing all those fish crash at first light and having John spot some bigger fish crashing, I'm not going to say it's a letdown that I've got the smaller fish, but hopefully it's something I can build on. I'm going to stick it out for a little bit. I put one rod off to the right. Where John was seeing some of the bigger fish kind of breach. I've kept 2 on the baited patch. And we'll stick with this for a bit. I've trickled in some more method balls and 5 or 6 more spots of corn, and I'm just gonna stay content with that for a bit, and we'll go from there. So I can't say for certain whether I've fished this as effectively as I could or should have. The one takeaway so far for me that is promising is that ever since I did the Slip Irani, I haven't lost a fish since I started doing the Slip Irani. So if there's one takeaway so far this season, it's the Slip Irani hasn't let me down yet. But hopefully I can pin one decent fish here, and be on my way. If it's not going to be a hectic session, it'd be nice to bank a big one. But John's gonna think I've been smashing it up, but I haven't really had anything happen since he left. So we shall see. Well, I got my third fish. And it's a cool one. He's got like some ghosty colors to him across the dorsal. Right in here, you can't see it very well. He's got ghosty colors and like some mirror scales. This fish is super cool. Show you the other side. I think John's trying to FaceTime me. I'll explain why I didn't answer it later. We'll get a picture or two here and then we're gonna let it go. Smile. Smile. If you can see the ghosty in the skull. John, I'm leaving the big ones out there for you. Got one in the net and one on while I was packing up. I don't know, what's that, 5 fish now? I don't know why the bite's turned on now. It's like 1 in the afternoon.
to catch it. Just to have fun.
I think it just got off.
Come on, you got it. I see the hook. Oh no. Shit. Oh no. Yes. What? What do you use it for fishing, sir? The bait?
Boilies.
What kind of fish is that, sir?
A carp.
Do you eat those or not?
I don't eat them, no.
Oh, it's not carpa. It's not tart, right? Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, John.
Good luck, buddy. Had a good life. Nice one, huh?
Okay, John.
Is it good to eat those kind of fishes or no? You trying to eat it?
I don't eat them.
Did you just caught it too far?
Okay, John. That last one got off. I might put the lines back out for a couple minutes and see if there's a pod of smaller fish moving through. Okay, just finishing packing up. I kind of gave up very early on my accuracy, so maybe I could have done better if I was more accurate. Maybe I shouldn't have caught as many as I did, I don't know. The day ended up finishing kind of strong. Unfortunately, I feel like I should head home. There's never enough time for fishing. The day seems to fly by. I think that's why I look forward to the videos, because you can kind of squeeze in a video whenever you have a free moment, but you can't always go fishing when you have a free moment. So I hope you like this video. Check out the other breakdown episodes. This is number 4, so there'll be 3 previous to this. And the first one was actually shot at this location. And, we'll see how John does. I hope he does better than I did. And if he doesn't do better for numbers, then hopefully he does better for size. I don't know if I said this already, but the temperature's dropping, the wind's changing direction, and I can hear thunder in the background. So I contemplated fishing it in my car for a while, but I got other things to look after. stay tuned to see how John does. Okay, Johnny's fishing his leg of the breakdown right now, and he kind of popped in on my session, so I'm kind of gonna return the favor. I'm just on my way to work. I'm gonna go see what's going on, see how Johnny's doing. Bring him a cheeseburger because this swim has got good access to cheeseburgers, and let's go see what's happening there.